Why do you wake up so many times at night feeling like your body never really rested? Have you noticed that, after 70, those frequent trips to the bathroom quietly multiply, stealing your energy, your mood, and your health? I need to tell you something nobody dares to say. This is not normal for your age. It could be the first sign of something much more serious. And if you ignore it now, you may be compromising the most precious years of your life. But before we go any further, and trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, subscribe to the channel. Here you'll find practical, human, up-to-date advice, straight from someone who studies longevity and healthy aging in depth. This is knowledge that transforms, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. In this video, I'm going to show you the main reasons why millions of seniors urinate frequently at night, and how that destroys sleep, harms mental health, and raises the risk of diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart problems. All without you noticing. We'll talk about underdiagnosed disorders, dangerous nighttime habits, and seemingly harmless foods that sabotage your rest. You'll learn how your body is crying out for help, and what to do to recover your energy, well-being, and autonomy. Watch until the end, because maybe what you discover here today will be exactly what you need to live with more health, more years, and more peace. It was just after 2 in the morning when Mr. Liam, at age 70, got up for the 3rd time that night to use the bathroom. One misstep, one subtle loss of balance, and what should have been a routine trip became a silent tragedy. Stories like this aren't exceptions. They're warnings that demand our full attention. Sleep, often overlooked, is one of the most vital pillars for longevity and well-being. When fragmented, it compromises essential functions, from memory to postural balance, exposing seniors to hidden risks. What few realize is that nighttime health is directly linked to daytime health. It's no exaggeration to say that a good night's sleep can prevent illness and even save lives. Recent studies by the Brazilian Society of Geriatrics and Gerontology indicate that chronic sleep deprivation ranks among the top risk factors for falls, depression, and cardiovascular disease in older adults. More than mere rest, sleep acts as a regenerative mechanism, balancing hormones, strengthening the immune system, and stabilizing mood. Ignoring this need jeopardizes healthy aging itself. But why do so many seniors wake up in the middle of the night? In many cases, the answer lies in nocturia, the need to urinate frequently at night. This phenomenon might seem harmless, but it carries a profound impact on senior health. When sleep is repeatedly interrupted, the circadian cycle becomes unbalanced, melatonin production falters, and physical and mental recovery is hampered. The body accumulates fatigue, and the brain loses its full capacity for resilience. And unfortunately, this is just the beginning. Few understand that your emotional state at bedtime can determine the entire quality of your sleep, and by extension, your health the next day. When an older adult lies down with a racing mind, full of worries or even euphoria, the brain interprets that as a signal of danger. This blocks natural melatonin production, preventing the body from entering deep rest. The feeling of being exhausted yet unable to sleep often has less to do with the body and more to do with the restless soul. It's common to see seniors suffering from insomnia on the nights before a doctor's appointment, a family gathering, or even a small change in routine. That subtle emotional anticipation triggers brain tension, harms memory, and wears down the nervous system. As Dr. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist specializing in sleep, once said, "An anxious mind is the enemy of nighttime regeneration." In the long run, these constant emotional disturbances drain vital energy, erode resilience, and undermine well-being in later life. Now be honest. Are you enjoying the video so far? If this information is helping you, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you not only strengthen this learning space, but also ensure you won't miss future content. content that can literally transform your health. Your longevity starts with simple choices, and one of them is seeking reliable knowledge. Let's continue this healthy aging journey together. Up next, you'll discover how to create a powerful, protective nighttime routine. Imagine your mind as a dark room. If you enter flicking on every light, turning on devices, talking loud, rest becomes impossible. The brain works the same way. A chaotic nighttime routine with loud TV, animated conversations, or scrolling your phone in bed keeps the body on high alert, sabotaging the onset of deep sleep. The truth is that healthy aging begins at day's end. What you do during the 2 hours before sleeping can determine your energy, immunity, and morning mood. Establishing a simple yet sacred ritual before bed makes all the difference. Deep breathing for 5 minutes, light reading, or playing instrumental music with nature sounds has a direct calming effect on the nervous system. Dr. Rubens Raymau, a sleep medicine specialist, recommends, go to bed at the same time every night, even if you're not sleepy. Your body needs routine to sleep well. It's no exaggeration. Respecting your biological clock lowers cortisol peaks, facilitates REM sleep, and strengthens well-being in later life. Want a practical example? Mrs. Hilda, 76, began turning off all the lights at 9 p.m., sipping chamomile anise tea, and sitting in silence for 15 minutes. It's like telling my body, now it's time to rest. And indeed, everything changed. Today she sleeps better, wakes up more energized, and experiences fewer aches. Such simple yet disciplined lifestyle habits are powerful allies in longevity and disease prevention. Speaking of discipline, shall we now focus on nighttime nutrition? Few realize that what you eat at night can be the direct cause of your frequent bathroom trips at dawn. Overly fatty, spicy, or sodium-rich foods speed up gastrointestinal activity and trigger silent reflux, one of the biggest sleep thieves in seniors. Drinking too many fluids before bed, even water, overloads the kidneys and bladder, forcing interruptions in rest. Yes, even that soothing tea in large amounts can backfire. Most geriatricians, myself included, give clear advice. Finish your last meal at least 3 hours before bedtime and avoid liquids in the final 2 hours of the day. A light snack rich in tryptophan, found in bananas, oats, and yogurt, can actually boost serotonin and melatonin production, essential for relaxation. A small glass of warm milk, for example, remains an old but valuable remedy. The secret lies in moderation and balance. Eating well at night is one of the greatest acts of self-care. Consider Mr. Jose, 78, who swapped his 8 p.m. feijoada for a vegetable soup and a slice of whole-grain bread at 6:30 p.m. Within 2 weeks, he reported calmer nights, fewer bathroom trips, and more energy on waking. It seems like magic, but it's simple science applied consciously. Healthy lifestyle habits, like mindful nighttime eating, are practical paths to longevity and well-being. Now that we've covered what goes in, let's talk about what comes out, the medical causes behind nocturnal urination frequency. When a senior rises multiple times at night to urinate, it signals that something internal needs attention. Nocturnal urinary frequency can stem from silent factors like kidney issues, uncontrolled blood sugar, or an enlarged prostate. The scariest part? Many accept it as normal for their age, when in fact it may be the start of a serious problem. Sleep interruptions in these cases do more than tire you out. They impair the body's regeneration, eroding health day by day. Here's a real-life example. A patient with type 2 diabetes, even if controlled, can experience nighttime blood sugar spikes. That forces the kidneys to overwork, leading to frequent bathroom trips. According to the Brazilian Society of Endocrinology, this side effect is common but often ignored. In benign prostatic hyperplasia, prostate enlargement compresses the urethra and prevents full bladder emptying, causing urgent urges to return quickly. These clinical details, once treated, transform quality of life. That's why every senior with nighttime complaints should undergo a thorough medical evaluation. Kidney function tests, prostate exams, and strict glucose monitoring are basic care steps for anyone seeking autonomy through longevity. And believe me, addressing these causes not only improves sleep, it boosts mood, strengthens immunity, and increases daytime vitality. A well-rested body is stronger, more resilient, and better prepared for the challenges of healthy aging. But before you get comfortable, there's an even stealthier condition that interrupts sleep without you noticing. Let's explore it. Have you ever woken up feeling like you didn't sleep at all, despite spending hours in bed? It could be more than mere fatigue. Obstructive sleep apnea is a deceptive, common condition in later life that causes involuntary breathing pauses throughout the night. A senior may awaken dozens of times per hour without realizing it, preventing the body from reaching its deepest sleep stages. The result: chronic fatigue, memory lapses, irritability, and even high blood pressure. You know that this is one of the hidden causes of many heart issues in older adults. A study by the American Heart Association found that untreated apnea can raise cardiovascular disease risk by up to 60% in seniors. Each breathing pause spikes stress hormones, releases adrenaline, and disrupts the autonomic nervous system. Loud snoring, often laughed off in families, can be the only visible sign of a serious disorder. In severe cases, micro-awakenings every 2 minutes can leave you with a dry mouth, headaches, or palpitations on waking. The good news is there's effective treatment. Tests like polysomnography diagnose the problem precisely. In many cases, nightly use of a CPAP machine restores deep sleep. Mrs. Alzira, 74, says that after a month with her device, she feels 20 years younger. What seems like harmless snoring may actually be shortening your days. And since we're talking about invisible disorders, get ready for the next one. It starts in the legs, but affects the whole body. Imagine you're about to fall asleep and suddenly feel an odd tingling in your legs, as if something is compelling you to move. This uncomfortable sensation, sometimes with internal itching, restlessness, or mild pain, is characteristic of restless leg syndrome, an under-recognized neurological disorder that destroys sleep and consequently senior health. In older adults, RLS often strikes at night when the body seeks to relax. What's surprising is how many suffer for years before realizing it can be treated. RLS is strongly linked to iron deficiency and disrupted dopamine production in the brain, the neurotransmitter that controls movement. Genetics also play a role, making RLS more prevalent in families with a history of the disorder. According to the São Paulo Sleep Institute, about 15% of seniors have recurring symptoms without formal diagnosis. It's like living in constant alert. Your body is exhausted, yet your nervous system won't let you rest. The result: irritability, daytime sleepiness, weakened immunity, and a higher risk of depression. What can you do? First step: seek medical guidance for an accurate diagnosis. In many cases, simple dietary adjustments, boosting iron, magnesium, and vitamin B12, bring significant relief. Cutting back on caffeine and doing gentle stretches before bed also helps. Mrs. Eulalia, 80, says she went years without sleeping more than 2 consecutive hours because of RLS. Today, with proper care and small lifestyle tweaks, her nights are peaceful again. And speaking of caffeine, that brings us to our next topic. Many believe that an afternoon coffee is harmless. But few realize that for seniors, even a 3 p.m. cup can disrupt nighttime sleep. Caffeine, found not only in coffee but also in dark teas, chocolate, and sodas, blocks adenosine, the substance that signals the brain it's time to rest. The body ends up exhausted yet wide awake, stuck in a state of vigilance. And that, my friend, is the start of a dangerous cycle for health in later life. Alcohol, on the other hand, deceives you. Many think it helps you relax, but it actually compromises REM sleep, the stage responsible for emotional and cognitive restoration. According to the National Sleep Foundation, consuming alcohol at night drastically reduces sleep quality, fragments the cycle, and increases awakenings. So even if you clock hours in bed, you wake up feeling drained. This false rest erodes resilience, heightens fall risk, and harms well-being in senior years. Here's a real example. Mr. Alfredo, 73, used to enjoy a nightly glass of wine as a sleep ritual. After medical evaluation, we discovered the alcohol was sabotaging his recovery and raising his blood pressure. By swapping wine for Melissa tea and limiting coffee to mornings, his sleep drastically improved. Sometimes solutions lie in small choices, and if we're talking environment, let's see how your bedroom may actually be the hidden villain of your insomnia. Many underestimate the power of their bedroom, but believe me, the place where you sleep is key to healthy aging. Bright lights, constant noise, sagging mattresses, or uncomfortable pillows sabotage rest night after night. The brain reads these stimuli as alerts, keeping the body on edge even during sleep. I've seen patients who, simply by replacing their mattress and reducing visual distractions, instantly improved sleep quality and morning mood. The ideal bedroom is dark, quiet, and at a comfortable temperature, neither too hot nor too cold. Remove electronic devices, noisy clocks, and any blue light sources. Phones, TV. Melatonin production is inhibited by artificial light. Wearing a lightweight sleep mask, using earplugs, or installing blackout curtains are simple yet highly effective solutions. Sleep hygiene starts in your space, a detail often overlooked. Think of your bedroom as a sanctuary of rest. It should invite relaxation and banish mental stimuli. Mrs. Clarice, 79, used to sleep with the TV on because she feared silence. After guidance, she switched to soft nature sounds and removed the television. Now she sleeps better and wakes more refreshed. It's not a luxury, it's self-care. A proper environment is a direct investment in longevity, well-being, and disease prevention. And now, let's discuss something many forget: the silent impact of medication and mental health on sleep. You notice that certain daily medications can sabotage sleep, and with it, the whole framework of senior health. Antidepressants, antihypertensives, corticosteroids, and even antihistamines rank among the top culprits of insomnia and fragmented sleep. They disrupt the nervous system's rhythm or interfere with melatonin production. The alarming part is that many seniors don't link their meds to worsening sleep. They simply accept it as another symptom of aging. Mental health also plays a massive role. Anxiety, depression, and chronic stress wreak havoc on sleep cycles, creating a permanent state of alert in the brain. It's as if the mind stays switched on even with closed eyes. According to the USP Institute of Psychiatry, over 30% of seniors with insomnia have untreated emotional disorders. Worse still, these issues not only impact rest, but also accelerate brain aging, weaken immunity, and elevate chronic disease risk. The path forward is balance. Review your medications with a geriatrician, adjust dosing times, and take any emotional symptoms seriously. These steps are crucial for promoting longevity and well-being. Mr. Americo, 75, is proof. By switching to an antihypertensive with less sleep-disrupting effect and starting weekly psychotherapy, he regained deep sleep after years of restless nights. Sleep is a natural remedy, and like any remedy, it needs the right conditions to work. When you care for your mind, your body thanks you, and life quietly extends. And now tell me, how many times do you wake up at night? Have you noticed how it affects your energy, memory, or mood the next day? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might open the eyes of those who still don't grasp how serious this is. If this content helped you, subscribe now and hit the bell. It's the best way to make sure you don't miss upcoming videos, which always bring valuable tips for living longer and better. Don't go without watching the next content appearing on your screen. It could be the missing piece to transform your health for good. See you in the next video, a big hug, and take great care of yourself.